Hey there, amazing listeners. Welcome back to our podcast. I'm Sarah, and I am so incredibly excited to be here with you today.
And I'm Mike. And let me tell you, we're absolutely pumped to dive into one of the most life-changing books of our time, Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is going to be incredible.
Oh my goodness, Mike. I have been waiting for this moment. This book is about how tiny, consistent changes can completely reshape your entire life. Are you ready to have your mind blown?
Sarah, I am more than ready. And listeners, buckle up, because we're starting with a story that will absolutely shock you. James Clear begins this book with something deeply personal and heartbreaking.
Picture this. James Clear is a teenager, just living his life, playing baseball like any normal kid. Then one day, during a game, disaster strikes. A baseball bat comes flying through the air and strikes him directly in the face.
Oh, wow. That sounds absolutely terrifying. What kind of injuries are we talking about here?
Mike, it was devastating. We're talking broken bones, massive swelling, and brain trauma. The doctors actually doubted whether he would fully recover from this accident.
Brain trauma? That's serious stuff. So how does someone go from that kind of devastating injury to writing one of the most successful books on habits?
Here's where the magic happens, Mike. James didn't recover through some sudden miracle or massive breakthrough. Instead, over months and years, he rebuilt his life through tiny, consistent improvements. He had to relearn how to study. He improved his body step by step. He built strong routines.
That's incredible. So you're telling me these small daily habits actually carried him to success?
Exactly. Eventually, these small habits carried him to become an accomplished athlete, a successful writer, and one of the world's leading experts on human behavior. His experience convinced him that real change doesn't come from one massive leap, but from the accumulation of small actions repeated daily.
Sarah, that just gave me chills, and this leads us to one of the most famous quotes from the entire book, right?
Yes. Are you ready for this? You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems.
Wow, that completely flips how most people think about success, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Think about it. Everyone has goals. Losing weight, writing a book, saving money, getting fit. But goals don't determine success. Systems do. A system is the collection of daily habits that lead you toward or away from your goals.
Can you give us an example? I think our listeners would love to hear how this works practically.
Perfect. So your goal might be, I want to run a marathon. But your system is, I run 3 times a week, gradually increasing my distance. The goal sets the direction, but the system is what actually brings the result.
That makes so much sense. Now, I'm curious about the title itself. Why Atomic Habits? What's so atomic about habits?
Oh, this is brilliant. The title combines 2 ideas. Atomic means very small, but also fundamental, like atoms. And habit means repeated behavior. So, an atomic habit is a tiny routine that seems insignificant at first, but acts as a building block for bigger results.
Just like atoms combine to form molecules.
Exactly. Small habits combine to shape your identity and destiny. And Mike, wait until you hear about the math behind this. James Clear gives us one striking example that will blow your mind.
Okay, I'm ready. Hit me with the numbers.
If you get just 1% better every day for 365 days, you will be 37 times better at the end. But here's the scary part. If you get 1% worse every day, the decline compounds too, and you spiral downward.
37 times better? That's incredible. So we're talking about compound interest, but for life?
Exactly. Habits are like interest rates. Small changes accumulate into either remarkable results or destructive outcomes. This is the compound effect of habits in action.
Sarah, this is making me rethink everything about how I approach change.
But tell me about this identity-based approach. That sounds really interesting.
Oh, Mike, this is where it gets really deep. James Clear says there are 3 levels of change. Many people focus on outcomes. I want to lose 10 kilos. Others focus on processes. I will exercise 4 times a week. But he says the deepest level of change is identity. I am a healthy person.
So it's about who you become, not just what you achieve.
Exactly. When habits are connected to your identity, they stick. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Here's a perfect example. If someone offers you a cigarette, you could say, "No thanks, I'm trying to quit." That's outcome-based, because you still see yourself as a smoker.
Versus saying what?
"No thanks, I don't smoke." That's identity-based. You see yourself as a non-smoker. The second answer is far more powerful because your behavior now matches your belief about who you are.
That's such a subtle but powerful difference. Now, I heard there's something called the habit loop that explains how all this actually works in our brains.
Yes. According to Clear, every habit, good or bad, follows the same 4-stage cycle. First, there's the cue. That's the trigger. For example, you see your phone on the desk.
Oh, I can already see where this is going. What's next?
Then comes the craving, the motivation behind it. You crave entertainment or connection. Then there's the response, the actual habit. You open Instagram. Finally, there's the reward. You feel entertained, distracted, or connected.
So, our brain learns to associate seeing the phone with feeling entertained?
Exactly. Your brain learns to associate the cue with the reward, reinforcing the cycle. This explains why habits form and why they repeat over and over again.
This is fascinating. So how do we actually use this knowledge to master our habits?
Here's where James Clear gives us pure gold, the 4 laws of behavior change. First, make it obvious. If you want a habit, make the cue visible and clear. Second, make it attractive. Make the habit appealing.
And the other 2 laws?
Third, make it easy. Reduce friction and make it simple to do. And fourth, make it satisfying. Reward yourself so the brain wants to repeat it. These 4 laws will be the foundation for everything that follows in the book.
Sarah, I am absolutely blown away by all of this. The baseball accident story, the 37 times better calculation, the identity shift from I'm trying to quit to I don't smoke. This is life-changing stuff.
Mike, I completely agree. What amazes me most is how James Clear took his own devastating experience and turned it into this incredible framework that can help millions of people. The idea that we fall to the level of our systems, not rise to our goals, that's going to stick with me forever.
And I love how practical it is. The habit loop of cue, craving, response, reward. I'm already thinking about my own habits differently. I'm curious though, how do we actually implement that first law? Make it obvious.
Oh, Mike, that's exactly what we're covering in part 2. We'll dive deep into the first law, make it obvious. We'll learn how to design your environment and your cues so that good habits become inevitable and bad ones become invisible. It's going to be incredible.
I can't wait. Thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. Remember, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Start building those atomic habits today.
Until next time, keep building those tiny habits that will transform your life. We'll see you in part 2.